Hey gang, the life you want is on the other side of a difficult conversation. But instead, you rather live a life that you hate. All because you're afraid to have that conversation. Hey dog, from me to you, man. Life is simply what you make it, man. It's your life. It's your choices. God gives you the free will, man, to get up and get after it every single day. And the true dogs, man, gonna get up and get after it, even if at the end of the day, man, you feel like nothing changes. But I want to tell you this, dog. Nothing changes if nothing changes, man. Think about that. So if you sitting on your ass every single day, man, wishing and praying for the next man to give you a handout, I'm sorry to tell you, my G, it's never going to happen, man. So I need you to lock in, man. Truly dive in. Hear me when I say this, man. Lock in. Tap into your inner self, man, and take the world over because it's yours. Baby boy. Gang, man. You too. AG. Dog. It's official, bruh. We are here. NBA 2K26 Community Day. We all been waiting on it. Yes, we had the gameplay. Yes, we had the builder. But we all know, man, the builder does not work unless the gameplay is valid. So today, dog, I'm giving y'all the sauce. But before we do, man, make sure y'all boys run the likes up, man. Leave a comment, dog, for what you're most excited for NBA 2K26. And lastly, dog, if you're new, what are you waiting on? You've seen the intro, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. You might as well hit that subscribe button, bruh. Because if not, you missing out on the trillest content creator on the net. And before I move forward, man, most importantly, man, all praise to God, dog. Because without him, none of this would be possible, yo. But, bruh, look, back to Community Day, dog. Look, hear me out. I'm going to give y'all everything that you need to look forward to as these NBA 2K26 Community Day videos release after this video. So really, man, tap in and really focus on what I'm saying, man. Let's start off at the top of the top. The most important thing. First, gameplay, smoothness, and dribbling. As Community Day kicks off, look at the content creators that were invited. And I need you to focus on those content creators that resemble your gameplay style the most. And when you do that, you focus on dribbling, you focus on shooting, you focus on, just like I said, the smoothness of the gameplay itself. Forget the builder, forget the badges, forget the stats. These dudes is going to figure out not only the thresholds, right, of dribbling, the speed of the game, the thresholds when it comes to being able to make your three ball at a higher rate. And these are the things that you need to really focus on when it comes to NBA 2K26 community gameplay itself. Focus on the creators like Glock 19 when it comes to dribbling, Joe Knows when it comes to the smoothness, right, the IQ, getting bumpy, grinding, Joey 2K, Sprague, just to name a few. These are the guys that you have to look at when it comes to figuring out how smooth the gameplay actually is. These guys are going to push the game, the engine, to its max, man, to see what we can actually get away with when it comes to NBA 2K26. So for me, man, I'm simply hoping that the NBA 2K devs simply implement the dribbling for tall guards like they say they will. Because if they do, it's curtains. You'll be able to cook up, dribble, ISO with no hesitation or delay. This would allow you to maximize your time in the builder, maximize your creativity in the builder, and ultimately, bruh, be able to cook up on the floor. Hey, because if the gameplay don't match the builder, oh baby boy, bro, it's over. Hey, now the second thing to really focus on when it comes to these community day videos from your content creators, right? I need you to focus on the heights of the builds that they're using. Yo, obviously on NBA 2K25, small guards was basically the only builds that were able to cook up unless you actually knew what you were doing. So when it comes to these community day videos, man, I need you to focus on the heights. Focus on how tall the guards actually are when it comes to cooking up. The SIGs, the thresholds, the number on the ball handling, right? If you 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", obviously NBA 2K developer said you need an 85 ball control to get the tier 1 momentum dribble. So with that statement alone, it automatically tells you that, yo, at least 6'8" will be able to get the tier 1. But wait, on NBA 2K23, I made a 6'9", 3-and-D wing at the small forward. he had an 87 ball handle. After NBA 2K23, 6'9s are only able to get an 80 ball handle. So if you look at the heights, the ball handling, the SIGs that are equipped, and simply how fluent the gameplay is, especially when you have the ball in your hand, dog, this is potentially game breaking. Especially because they did say the faster you move your sticks, the faster your player will dribble. So I'm not gonna lie, I know a lot of y'all boys are gonna be looking like this. And hopefully 2K developers keep their word, because boy, if they do, it's definitely gonna be a long year for boys. Because in previous years, yo, cooking up like this, 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", dangerous. Now, although we're all excited for the dribbling for the tall guards, and if the tall guards can dribble fast, you know the small guards can dribble fast. Now, the third thing that you should really focus on should be the lateral quickness for your defenders. As you watch community day videos drop, you're going to see a lot of NBA 2K content creators dribbling, or at least attempting to dribble. But when you see these clips, man, don't focus on that. Focus on the defense as well. Focus on how the AI moves, whether it's the lateral quickness, whether they fight through screens. Simply pay attention to the little things. Focus on how the AI actually moves. And after that, focus on the content creators that put an emphasis on defense. Because at previous community days, they allow content creators to go head to head, whether that's 3v3, 2v2, even 5v5. And as we all know, at least from my opinion, when you run into the rec or the pro-am in the 5v5 setting, the game speed is a tad bit faster and more reactive, I should say, than park 3v3. So when you see the content creators going head to head, watch the defense. And if you could, focus on the builds that they're using. Are we able to move fast with a build with lower defense? Or did that content creator intentionally pull out a lockdown defender? Think about that, because when you pay attention to the little things like that, it allows you to get, one, more creative in the builder, and two, allows you to focus on what you need as a defender. And if you know me, man, I create my builds based off of my play style and based off of the thresholds that I need. I'm not one to bank on my stats when it comes to playing defense. I focus on my ability to move on the floor manually. I don't focus on badges as much. So if you see me on a lockdown 99 perimeter 99 steal, I'm literally coming to kill. But most of the time when you see me on an ISO build and I say my build is an ISO lock, personally, I don't need a high perimeter to stay in front of my opponent. Now, depending on what the game's looking like, yes, they might allow them to knock down shots at a high rate, but I'm going to get bumpy regardless. That's why I choose steal over perimeter, especially if I'm running with a squad on baby boy. Now the next thing I want you to focus on is how the physics work in the game. In previous 2Ks, bro, they always emphasize defense, and hence why a lot of people go strength and they be foaming out the mouth when they go these high strength defensive lockdowns, bro. 300 pounds, what Joe say? Yeah, these guys. So when you focus on the things that NBA 2K are trying to emphasize, sometimes, bro, it could be a trap. Yes, strength can be valuable, but in reality, based off your play style, can you mirror your opponent? Can you beat them to their spot? In my opinion, strength over speed is not a viable option, because based off of my play style, I'm understanding dribble patterns, how to beat you to your spot. And speed in real life, bro, it gets the job done. So no matter what they show you when it comes to how bumpy the defenders get, how long these dudes' arms may be, getting steals is a skill. And if that's not in your skill set, bro, then simply stay away from that. Focus on the things that you can control and focus on the type of player that you are. Keep it simple. I like speed over strength, because me, I'm going to, one, mirror my opponent just like a DB in football, and secondly, because I understand dribble patterns, I'm beating you to your spot on baby boy. And now, bro, the last thing in this video that I need you to focus on when it comes to the NBA 2K26 community day, dog, shooting. Yes, we have the max plus ones, the max plus twos, the build specialization, the cap breakers. Like, they're giving us everything. The builder's dope. But hear me when I say this, and this is probably the only time I'm going to say this, bro. When you look at the gameplay from Community Day, not only do I want you to pay attention to the person's build that you're watching, but also pay attention to their 3-ball. Pay attention to their badges. For example, if somebody is going crazy, obviously with a 92 3-ball, that's high for a guard. I think most guards should have a high 3-ball, shoot at a high clip. But say you don't need that. Say you can get away with a 75, a 80. This will ultimately allow you to get more creative and specialize your build to your playstyle. Just because they're getting away with lower 3-balls doesn't mean everybody can get away with a lower 3-ball. So what I need you to do is, after you figure out the build they're using, the 3-ball attribute, whether it's high or low, when the game officially drops, hop into the builder, create a build, or test out NBA builds with that 3-ball. Test them out. See what you can green with at an efficient rate. Now let's go back to a couple years on NBA 2K24, I believe. Somebody took the smart route. They went to the NBA, they found the 3-ball, and I want to say it was Tobias Harris. They used Tobias Harris, as you can see, and they're grinding up. And I want to say he had a 74 3-ball, but they're not missing with a 74 3-ball. A lot of people wait till it's mid-year or the end of the year to go with a build with a lower 3-ball, and it allows them to play free. Bruh, don't wait on the next man, bro. Figure out your build, figure out or understand your play style if you haven't already, and really go ahead and lock in, man. If you figure out a 3-ball rating that allows you to get the jumper you want, allows you to green very consistent, and ultimately overall, bro, allows you to be the best hooper that you can be, dog, that's gonna turn you into a real one, bro. So for me to you, bro, make sure you really pay attention to everything that drops out on the NBA 2K26 Community Day. Because I'm not gonna lie, me and my dogs, we chopping it up. And I'm telling you, the build that I cook up day one, I don't think the world ready for this. So if you made it through this video, man, I want to say that I love you, bro. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, bro. Remember to always keep God first, man. Because without him, dog, it's an evil world. People be sick. So make sure you really lock in. Make sure you pay attention, stay focused, and remove all the negativity, man. I love you. I'm out. Baby boy.